When a horse gets on this pedestal, it's a pretty big step. And in order for them to make that big step onto the pedestal, their back feet have to follow. And when their back feet follow, they will either follow to the left or to the right. Hopefully they will stay straight, but many times the first time they get on the pedestal, they will not. So once again, walk them up nice and straight. Wait for me to ask for that first foot. Ask for that first foot. Wait. First foot up. Second foot up. And pause. And pause. I always want to make sure that once I get these two front feet up, they are comfortable. Now see how he drifted a little bit to the left? Many horses will do that. Many horses will drift a hair to one direction. But our end goal is to have them be perfectly straight up and onto this pedestal. And off of the pedestal. We're not going to correct it until they are off of the pedestal. But we also are not going to allow their back feet up until they are perfectly straight. So let's back up and do it again. Back up. Back up. Now here, once I'm off the pedestal, I can correct them and say, okay, time to straighten up. Good boy. It is so important that you walk up to your pedestal straight. Walk up straight and halt. Ask for the first foot. And wait. Ask for the second foot. And pause. Say good boy. Now we're going to back up again because we want to be perfectly straight before we ask for those hind legs. So we back up, back up, back up, back up. Okay. We're going to get a very straight approach onto the pedestal. Asking for our first foot. Step up. 1 foot up. 2 foot up. And pause. Now he is very straight. I like the straightness that he has. Although, in order to be able to get those two back feet up, I'm going to need to ask him to bring his right front foot forward to make room for those two back feet. So that is the next step we're going to need to take. We're going to need to be able to ask him to slightly bring that foot forward so we can make room for those back feet. I'm going to back up. Come on, back up. Now, when we're asking for our back feet to come up, it is extremely hard to get 1 foot at a time because this pedestal is so large. For one back foot to be extended forward onto the pedestal and for one back foot to be on the ground on the pedestal is extremely hard. And he's also very little, and that pedestal is very big. So when we ask for the back feet, it is okay if we get 2 feet at once, but we need to make sure that it's slow, controlled, and as soon as they get those 2 front feet back up there, they pause. Very important. So we want to make sure we walk them up here nice and straight. Ask for 1 front foot, 2 front feet. Ask them to make room for the back feet. Very good. We want to make sure that those back feet have room to come up onto the pedestal. Very, very important. Now we're going to ask for our back feet. One back foot, two back feet, and pause. Very, very important that we get that pause in here to get those feet up and wait. Make sure that they're very comfortable being up here. Now look how he has to have all 4 feet underneath him in order to be on this pedestal. This is something horses need to learn how to do before they get up onto a taller and smaller item. It might seem that controlling all the legs is monotonous, but this is how you go about safely training your horse to get on a pedestal. He's up here, he's comfortable, he's relaxed, and this is how I would like a horse to get onto a pedestal, safely, softly, and with comfort. So we're going to do this one more time. Going to back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, ho. When we're training this pedestal, it's very important that we control every body parts. But when we're in a performance, we would walk them up here and trust them that we have given them the knowledge. What we do is we train them so that they know that they put their first foot up, their second foot up, into 2 feet forward, back feet up. We train them so that we know that they have control over their body parts. They know what they're getting into and they know how to get out of it. So that when we're in a performance, we walk them up here, they know where to put their feet, and then we simply back them off. But when we're at home and training, we make sure and we give them the tools to be confident and make sure that we can control every single body part. So now that I am confident that he understands the size and the height of this pedestal, I will show you the end product of walking him up, him getting on this pedestal, and backing up. Back up, back up. Good boy.